Hey Freedom Lovers, this is Dr. Peterson Pierre with America's Frontline Doctors bringing you today's Daily Dose. So in April, England published the CAS Review, dubbed the most comprehensive summary on transgender youth medicine. The review, chaired by Dr. Hilary Cass, former president of the Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health, stated that there is insufficient evidence to demonstrate the long-term benefits of medicalizing children who want to identify as a different gender. Instead, the review recommends focusing on psychotherapy. The report found that, unexpectedly, most current influential guidelines have been determined based on board consensus instead of science. Most of the current guidelines were influenced by two American standards of care: the 2012 World Professional Association of Transgender Healthcare, WPATH, and the Endocrine Society 2009. Both relied on a consensus process among professionals to decide on the best treatment for gender dysphoria and were built upon one another. The recommendations from these guidelines were then referred to by subsequent guidelines, snowballing into what we now see, which is basically a circus. Unfortunately, kids are getting hurt. The CAS Review is not about rolling back on people's rights to health care, Dr. Cass wrote in the review's foreword. Quote, "It is about what the healthcare approach should be," end quote. The review presented the following findings and recommendations. Psychotherapy is recommended. There is evidence that psychotherapy can help address mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety, common among transgender youths, and hormone interventions all often overshadow these therapies. The review highlighted that psychotherapy is not the same as conversion therapy, as it is not about changing a child's perception of who they are, but exploring the cause of their concerns and experiences and helping alleviate distress. Partial social transitioning is preferred. Social transition generally refers to a person making only social changes, including altering hair and clothing, changing names and pronouns, instead of permanent medical changes to live as a different gender. The review noted that many children grow out of gender dysphoria by adulthood. Next, hormonal treatments are not recommended except under research conditions. The review showed no significant improvements in gender dysphoria symptoms or body satisfaction from medicalization. Hormonal treatment, which refers to the use of puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones, is not recommended for minors due to the permanence of its effects. Children 16 or older may instead be enrolled in high-quality research studies on experimental treatments. Evidence also did not support the claim that hormonal treatment reduced the risk of suicide. Ladies and gentlemen, let us step away from the emotion and stick to the facts. Stick to the actual medical science, not what popular culture says. The lives of our kids are at risk, and only the truth will set you free. Stay tuned for the next Daily Dose.